Back on Golf Today, stories we love. We'd like to introduce everyone to Joe Hanna, his team doing outstanding work with bunkers in Baghdad, reaching 1 million clubs shipped recently, and they've also shipped over 11 million golf balls to servicemen and women. And the president and founder of Bunkers in Baghdad joins us. Joe, good morning. How did this concept even come about?
Good morning, Damon. Thanks for having me. We've collected and shipped more than 11 million golf balls and close to 1 million golf clubs. But it's a very simple idea. I was watching a news program and they showed the troops hitting golf balls in the desert and I forgot about it. Then a couple months later, I read an article by David Faraday in Golf magazine that said the troops' favorite form of stress relief is hitting golf balls in the desert. So I said, you know what? The least I can do is get some golf balls and golf clubs together and ship them overseas, and here we are. 11 million golf balls, 1 million golf clubs, 70 countries around the world, and all 50 states.
Joe, how have you seen golf change the lives of servicemen and women?
So we've been fortunate to partner with great companies and golfers and some past presidents as well to aid in the recreation and rehabilitation of our brave men and women and our veterans, warriors around the world as well. So we've been able to get the clubs in the hands of these brave men and women through VA hospitals, through various organizations, and we've introduced them to a game that they never would have been introduced to before. So not only have we been able to assist in their rehabilitation with physical therapists across the country, but also in terms of the recreational aspect of things, them picking up a game that they've never thought of or dreamed of ever playing, and then them just jumping in with both feet and really loving it.
What's the type of feedback you receive in terms of what they say about actual golf? I mean, are they attaching themselves to the game when they return stateside?
So, and that's the number one piece of feedback we hear, Shane, is because we've introduced them to the game of golf, we've gotten clubs in their hands for the first time. They now love the game. They really enjoy it. It's the camaraderie building as well. And we've been very fortunate through the nonprofit to help grow the charity and grow the game of golf in a number of different segments of our country. And there's pretty much a three-pronged approach to that. The first one being, obviously, our brave men and women and our vets overseas and here at home. The second one being, we've worked to diversify the game with minority veteran organizations, and that being apropos, this being Black History Month, working with disabled veterans, working with women-specific veteran organizations as well. So we've been able to focus on that segment of the game of golf as well and try to grow it from there. And then finally, through our Bunkers Buddies program, we've worked with over 1,000 schools across the country. And these students have collected and shipped the golf clubs. They've packaged them up. And we've introduced into, like I said, 1,000 schools across the country and instilled in them giving back to others and learning about the game of golf by coloring golf balls and writing letters that go overseas to our troops.
Joe, I can only imagine you've had a chance to play with some of the troops that have returned. Could you share a couple stories that you've had just out on the golf course with somebody that found the love for the game from what you're doing?
Sure. So one of the interesting tidbits and stories is that they often say people forget about us. The war isn't in the focus, the limelight anymore like it was a decade ago, but we're still overseas and we're still fighting and we're still protecting the democracy and freedom of this great country. So when they get home and we're able to spend 4 hours on a course together and tell a story, smoke a cigar, have a drink, and play the game of golf, it comes back to that camaraderie piece. It comes back to the fresh air and the ability to kind of get away from the world and spend time with good company and enjoying beautiful weather and beautiful golf courses around this country.
Well, Joe, it's an amazing effort you're doing with our servicemen and women, bringing them golf balls and equipment. Thank you so much for your time and explanation, and we'll speak to you soon.
Thanks, Damon. I really appreciate it.